Be educated, be organized and be agitated. They cannot make history who forget history. I like the religion that teaches liberty, equality, and fraternity. Life should be great rather than long. If I find the Constitution being misused, I shall be the first to burn it. Cultivation of mind should be the ultimate aim of human existence. If you believe in living a respectable life, you believe in self-help, which is the best help. We must stand on our own feet and fight as best as we can for our rights. So, carry on your agitation and organize your forces. Power and prestige will come to you through struggle. The history of India is nothing but a history of a mortal conflict between Buddhism and Brahmanism. I measure the progress of a community by the degree of progress which women have achieved. Men are mortal. So are ideas. An idea needs propagation as much as a plant needs watering. Otherwise, both will wither and die. Religion and slavery are incompatible. Every man who repeats the dogma of Mill that one country is no fit to rule another country must admit that one class is not fit to rule another class. The relationship between husband and wife should be one of closest friends. A great man is different from an eminent one in that he is ready to be the servant of society. Political tyranny is nothing compared to the social tyranny, and a reformer who defies society is a more courageous man than a politician who defies government. Law and order are the medicine of the body politic, and when the body politic gets sick, medicine must be administered. So long as you do not achieve social liberty, whatever freedom is provided by the law is of no avail to you. Caste is not a physical object like a wall of bricks or a line of barbed wire which prevents the Hindus from commingling, and which has, therefore, to be pulled down. Caste is a notion, it is a state of the mind. Democracy is not merely a form of government. It is primarily a mode of associated living, of conjoint communicated experience. It is essentially an attitude of respect and reverence towards fellow men. What are we having this liberty for? We are having this liberty to reform our social system, which is full of inequality, discrimination, and other things, which conflict with our fundamental rights. The sovereignty of scriptures of all religions must come to an end if we want to have a united, integrated modern India. What are we having this liberty for? We are having this liberty to reform our social system, which is full of inequality, discrimination, and other things, which conflict with our fundamental rights. Political democracy cannot last unless there lies at the base of it social democracy. What does social democracy mean? It means a way of life which recognizes liberty, equality, and fraternity as the principles of life. Indians today are governed by two different ideologies. Their political ideal set in the preamble of the Constitution affirms a life of liberty, equality, and fraternity. Their social ideal embodied in their religion denies them. Unlike a drop of water which loses its identity when it joins the ocean, man does not lose his being in the society in which he lives. Man's life is independent. he is born not for the development of the society alone, but the development of his self. People are not wrong in observing caste. In my view, what is wrong is their religion, which has inculcated this notion of caste. If this is correct, then obviously the enemy you must grapple with is not the people who observe caste, but the Shastras which teach them this religion of caste. For a successful revolution, it is not enough that there is discontent. What is required is a profound and thorough conviction of the justice, necessity, and importance of political and social rights. In my opinion, it is only when Hindu society becomes a casteless society that it can hope to have strength enough to defend itself. Without such internal strength, Swaraj for Hindus may turn out to be only a step towards slavery. Every congressman who repeats the dogma of Mill that one country is not fit to rule another country must admit that one class is not fit to rule another class. Freedom of mind is the real freedom. A person whose mind is not free, though he may not be in chains, is a slave, not a free man. One whose mind is not free, though he may not be in prison, is a prisoner and not a free man. One whose mind is not free, though alive, is no better than dead. Freedom of mind is the proof of one's existence. Equality may be a fiction, but nonetheless one must accept it as a governing principle. A just society is that society in which ascending sense of reverence and descending sense of contempt is dissolved into the creation of a compassionate society. The basic idea underlying religion is to create an atmosphere for the spiritual development of the individual. Religion, social status, and property are all sources of power and authority which one man has to control the liberty of another. Nothing is infallible. Nothing is binding forever. Everything is subject to inquiry and examination. The law of karma as formulated by the Brahmins, thought the Buddha, was calculated to sap the spirit of revolt completely. No one was responsible for the suffering of man except he himself. Revolt could not alter the state of suffering, for suffering was fixed by his past karma as his lot in this life.